Well, I was going to make a number of videos today. I was going to make one when I get up, but what was I going to make the video about? I got to the ball game, watched Ollie play. Played great in the field. In the first game, played great in the field, and got to finish off the last game. Now, the last game, they're down by 2 runs going into the bottom of the 7th. They rallied back to walk it off. Ollie ended up being the winning pitcher. Bat was not sizzling so far this weekend, but he's hitting the ball well and making good swings, so good things will happen. So a great start to his tournament. The team, the Guelph Royals, are 3-0. They've played great. Battle back to win at least once. How they doing? Twice now. That's what I was wondering. Battle back to win twice now, so that is great. But I couldn't just talk about that. I had to go and qualify Chicago Hall. Now that ended up being a point of friction today, as it generally happens to be every year. James and I usually butt heads this time of year, right? James, I try to explain this to James, and this isn't me saying I'm right and you're wrong. And this is what I'm trying to explain to him, is that there is no right and wrong in training down horses. There's left and right and a lot of gray area, and all that matters is the result, right? The old saying, the proof's in the pudding. All that matters is the result. How does a horse race? How does the year go? How is the horse? Now, I am of the school where I want to see the horses do their best going into the stakes also. I don't want to go into stake races thinking, how is the horse? And then we'll find out after. And that's great. It's great that James is that patient. I like that, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but it is not the way that I do things. And it puts me in a tough spot, because it's not like I've won the Breeders' Crown, the Hambletonian. You know, I don't have a trunk full of accolades I can just pull out and throw in his face. I don't have those. We win races, we do good, and we try hard. But I do firmly believe. Now, case in point is Century Legion, right? We go easy, we qualify him James's way. Now, the 21 lengths is not James's way, but he knew he had to qualify him in 2 minutes or 2-1. And he had to do what he did, and that was fine. But we go into last night, and we put him in a position where he had to advance and trot a little faster, and he made a mistake. Now, today, it's a little bit different, because I don't really think a whole lot was done wrong in regards to Century Legion. And I think there was something learned, and there was some takeaway from his race, and that will help him next week. But now we go into next week coming off a break. Both the horse maybe isn't as confident as he could be, and James has to be careful with him next week. Whereas Chicago Hall, I warmed him up and I realized a little chink in his armor. He's a little rough. He made a break warming up, but I didn't leave it alone. I went in, we put I borrowed an extra set of bell boots off Ian Moore, and took the boots off and put vet wrap and polos on him behind, as we've done with a number of horses. Went back out, he was perfect. But he was grabby. Now, James said he was quiet last weekend, loose line, and couldn't get him to go, and out of the ear hood. And we just had earplugs in him today. Put earplugs in him, but no string. They weren't coming out. They weren't being deployed. I wouldn't put a snake cord in his mouth. He said, I'm not fighting with this horse today. You could see him throwing his head leaving the gate. That was the cord. He hadn't worn one. If he wore one, it wasn't for a long time. He's throwing his head a bit. I was going to put him in the 2-hole, but we're going up to the quarter, and I knew we were getting there in 31 seconds. I don't want to go in 2-1 with Chicago Hall today. I'm sorry. I just don't subscribe to 2-1, and then we just go out and go in 56 next week, because I don't like that. I would like to be somewhere in the middle and know that I have a lot of power under the hood and I can use it accordingly. And James does not subscribe to that at all. Two polar opposites. But as I said to him, this isn't me telling you you're wrong. This is me telling you that's not how we're doing it. And it ended up in there was quite a few expletives in the texting. But it is what it is. I see Ron Burke and Brian Brown and all the trainers in the Meadowlands qualifying their horses and how they prep their horses, how they manage them. I believe that we can't go into any race assuming we're just fine, we're going to win. We have to go in knowing that our horses are competitive, that our horses are good enough to win. And all I did today was impress myself. The horse did that himself. And keep in mind what I just told you. Snake cord in his mouth, earplugs in his ears. Go back and watch the video as many times as you want. I never lifted the whip off my shoulder. Not one time. Growled at him halfway down the lane. The horse come 27-3. Last half 56-2. Last 3 quarters and 126-3. But that was him. That was just raw talent. An impressive mile. We go into next week knowing we're going to probably be one of the heavy favorites in the Tompkin Gears. And if he races well, those favorite numbers should continue throughout the year. We just have to manage them now. Keep them sound, keep them happy, keep them prepared to race, which I don't think will be a problem. So I was super happy with Chicago Hall, but I didn't want to do a video about him and Ollie's baseball because we still got our Phillies. We still got Patrick the Piranha. We still have the Meadows today. As James is angry, hurling rather angry expletives at me in a text message, I am ignoring them and watching Freedom Hill and Aunt Lily race. Freedom Hill jogged, earplugs in, 58 or 59, 58 I think. Aunt Lily also jogged. Now he might have pulled the earplugs on her, I'm not sure. But he said after the first filly, so Ronnie sends me a message after Freedom Hill, right after the race. Now I get text messages coming in angry from James, text messages coming in happy from Ronnie. I read Ronnie's. Said, feel free, I hope your son has lots of ball tournaments this summer. Feel free to attend as many as you want. Nice filly. I said, you like this one, you're really going to like the next one. And that isn't me saying that Aunt Lily is an infinitely better filly. She's not. But she is a better filly. I think she is. Maybe I'm wrong. Great problem to have. 2 fillies that are killers in Ohio. Very impressed with both of them. He drives the second one, comes off, and he goes, oh my God. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole thread with you of him, but he was very impressed with them and liked both fillies very, very much. So a great day there, and I did wait until Patrick the Piranha races second in 49 flat in the 8,500 class. That was something. Now, what I did notice, if you go back and watch the race halfway down the backstretch, Patrick is already running in, bracing for that far turn, and then come on again down the lane a little bit, finished up as well as he could. But the running in down the lane, down the backstretch was, well, it's always concerning when you see a horse doing that, but curious. I had messaged Tim right after the race and said, horse race great, good job. Saw he was running in again. I think maybe we'll have him down to Dr. Brown's. So I texted Dr. Brown and said, hey, thanks for your work last week on the horses. They all trained well this morning. Getting off to a great start with the babies. We've now won 3 2-year-old maiden races in the last 2 days. 2 of our Ohio bred fillies look great. Our colt looked great yesterday. Everything seems good. Thank you very much. I was wondering if you could have a quick look at Patrick the Piranha. We took the flip-flops off him last year. He won in 48-4 with flip-flops on. The track was deep today, so I'm certainly not advocating for the flip-flops. I wish they had been on him today. That's not what I'm saying. But he was running in. I'm wondering why. Is there something we can help him out with? So Dr. Brown was going to have a quick look at him today. He said, no problem. Thanks very much. We'll have a look at him first part of the week. So that worked out well. Just such a tremendous day. I'm always worried. You know where I'm going right now? And Amy is so pumped. Aren't you pumped? So I don't know if you can tell if that's her pumped face or not. I don't know if you can tell it's her pumped face. We are on our way to Georgian Downs. Now, just for my partners in Dominion to know, I am driving Dominion, not a great horse, potentially in the mud in Georgian Downs tonight on my, what would be and is my weekend off, so to speak. Why, you might ask? Because I can. I want to have answers with Dominion. I want to know, is he any good? What's under the hood? Is there anything we can work on? Can we help him a little bit? And I expect to leave Innisfil, Ontario tonight with those answers. So I am going. It is getting cloudy, isn't it? I don't like that. I did bring mud gear, I suppose. I said I'd go and I'll go. I'll leave it at that. So Dominion, I'm going to race him tonight, and then we're going to go back home after. Maybe we'll stop and get a quick bite. No, you don't have a late night supper? Too hot? What about a little mule and salad or something? Well, they have a steakhouse at the top of 400. You know, fun. Ava is way more fun to go on tour with than you.
I was up at 6.
I was up at 7. We got home last night a little later than I thought. 2:15. We got home last night. I was tired. I almost slept in. Realized that Ollie's game was at 8. Jumped in the shower. Addie Bear and I jumped in the shower and right down to the ball game. Everybody had a great day today. It's been great so far. Still got some horses racing tonight. And although James was quite rude to me today, I do wish him all the well tonight. Some good racing tonight in New Jersey. His horse is in Hasty Bit is in tonight, so good luck to him and Paige. And good luck to us. Who do we got tonight? We have Texan Soprano. Tactical Mounds is racing tonight, and I believe Renegade Gypsy and Dominion are on tap tonight. Monday, everybody's got their eyes peeled on Monday. I certainly do. A little jittery because it's the first start of the season, and you know the parental side of me wants to be the one to go with them and see how they are, but happy that Scotty volunteered to go and super excited. I had a conversation with him today for a number of things. One, I want to talk about Chicago Hall, because the first thing he said was, wow, that Colton Ontario looked good. I said, well, depending on who you ask. There's at least one guy that wasn't happy about it. I wanted to talk to him about Kentucky, tell him about how the horse is trained. I got reports from Eric. Everybody trained great. He was very happy with the way. Arson was a little sick when he got to Kentucky, so we couldn't train him up as tight as we wanted. He's ready to go. It's okay. It's a long summer. And I want to touch base with him again about Jimpanzee, the Jimpanzee filly, and Grand Slam Deal. Those two fillies, one had made a break in him and one had tried to kill him earlier in the year.
Oh, I thought you meant now. I was like,
no, remember she almost kicked him out of the jog cart. I said, she's fine now. He was asking, he said, don't you have a propulsion? I said, yeah, you're driving her on Monday. So, excited about Monday.
oh, I thought you were talking about Eric, sorry.
No, I'm talking about Scotty.
Okay.
Excited about Monday, and Eric said he's all set up for help, and Scotty's going to go last trip with all the horses.
Okay.
And everybody's good, so we're all set up for Monday. So, exciting day. Ollie played great. Chicago Hall was impressive. Great racing again at the Meadows today. 2 wins. One from Freedom Hill, one from Mount Lily, and a very good second place in 149 flat with Patrick the Piranha. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. It looks like I'm about to get rained on.
It's nasty.
I don't like this.
This is very foggy.
I really should have looked at the weather radar before I told Harry I'd go.
I don't need these.
Yeah. Anyway, I hope the weather's great wherever you are. I hope you're having a wonderful day. For my partners in Chicago Hall, that was one hell of a mile this morning, and with the utmost of ease. For my partners on Aunt Lily and Freedom Hill, fillies look great. Absolutely, Ronnie Wren was very pleased and very impressed with them. And Patrick the Piranha raced great. I know he didn't race in the Open. It was the 8,500 class, but certainly fast no matter what. Second in 149 and a great mile from him. So with that, take care. Talk soon. Good luck to Ollie. Everybody, hope you wish Ollie good luck tomorrow at the finals of the tournament. And then Monday, it feels like Monday is the start to the summer, right? The first big races, the big guns are out. Arrowhead won, Aunt Lily won, Freedom Hill won, but those were overnights. The big guns are out on Monday, and I can't wait. Can't wait to see the race. Take care.